See in my audience shot, see who's right in the audience shot or back of her head? Thank you, Christine. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of the Governor's Cup, the 56th edition of the prestigious International Youth Match Racing Championship with some of the very best young sailors, match racers or otherwise, in the world. 8 teams, 12 teams from 8 countries, a fantastic group. And we are today, Andy's going to talk about it in a minute, but we are today blessed with perhaps the most impressive day in the round-robin phase ever. We have only 3 teams that have been mathematically eliminated. It's a great situation to be in. Andy will come up and we'll interview a couple of the sailors, going to Marcello Torre and Morgan Pinckney here after we get the housekeeping out of the way. And he's going to explain the standings. But it's just an amazing situation that we find ourselves in today. Speaking of which, our GovCup media cameras are never too far away from the action. Where is the Alec Coleman crew? Where are you guys? Who is this that went overboard yesterday? Come on up here. Come on up here. Just tell us. Sit here in Christine's and Andy's chair. We put you right on the hot seat. Your name again, sir, is?
Will Mawkin.
Mawkin. Will, from where in Canada are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Ontario.
And you're Scottish, you tell me, by ethnicity.
Yeah.
I should get you here probably on the shot. But speaking of shots, Mary Longpree got these 3 photos of you having a problem with your spinnaker pole yesterday.
Yeah.
Is that the pole you were having problems with?
It was, yeah. We had a pretty spicy bearway, and one of the feet came unglued, and it all went sideways pretty quick.
Now, sadly, the TVs here in the studio are not on, so
There we go.
so we're going to back that up, okay? Thanks, Andy. So you were having trouble, you were saying you're having trouble with your pole and?
Yeah, and then I think it was a mix of a pretty hot bearway and a wave, and the feet came unglued, and over we went.
But they rescued you, and you went on to do how well in that race?
Yeah, not so hot. That was just insult to injury at that point. It was a tough day racing yesterday.
Do you remember Leonard Takahashi? Leo, who's a famously good sailor now aged out from GovCup. Do you all remember, how many of you remember Leonard Takahashi? Do you remember the famously good shot of Leo? He was in the back end of the boat, and who was it, Harry Price? Harry Price misjudged the transom. We had another one of those incidents yesterday. Misjudged the transom, hit the transom, and Leo didn't have his feet under the straps.
Oh, no.
Missed the straps and went overboard. This, my new friend, may be the most spectacular sequence of photos in the modern history of the GovCup.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up here. Oh, dear. Thanks, Mary Longpree, because without our GovCup cameras all over the place, we wouldn't have shots like that. Okay, Christine Gribben is here to open the show, as usual. The beautiful Christine Gribben, who looks so spectacular as she does every day, but particularly Monday night. Please welcome GovCup Chair of 10 years, Christine Gribben. Good morning.
Good morning. So you guys once again surprised me and cleaned out all your lunch boxes. I am impressed. This is a first. So with that, tonight's dock-in is going to be similar as last night's. We're going to get most of the boats as possible over here behind me, and the balancer is going to go underneath the crane. And then we're just going to get to the boat draw. 2 of you are not going to boat draw today since we're down to 10 boats, and we have 1 spare. So with that, we'll have Nicholas to come up and draw a boat, please.
Nicholas Bernal from Brazil, Sao Paulo.
Number 12. Justin Callahan.
From the States, Biscayne Bay Yacht Club in Florida.
Number 9. Nope. Sorry. Alec Coleman.
Alec, do you have anything to add to your crew's description of that incident?
They got in really quick. So,
Number 1. Alex Colquitt. $11. Tom Higgins. Number 6. Josh Hyde. Number 8. Jeffrey Peterson. Number 7. Timothy Rossi. Number 4. Cole Tapper. Number 5. And Marcello. Last one. Number 2. All right, thank you. Max, Paul, and Morgan, you're going to be the buy on the first one, and you're going to rotate in, and they have the rotation sheets. And Becky can explain it later, or actually you're going to hear about it on the water. I don't have anything. Do you guys have any questions for me about anything? Nope. Ryan Davidson.
Thanks, Christine. Thank you very much. The Deputy PRO.
all right. Good morning, guys. As Christine was just mentioning, we're down to 10 boats now. So we have an updated rotation sheet for the rest of the round robin. So we'll do 5 matches in each flight. We'll have 2 boats, 2 teams sitting out. There will be a rotation boat on the water that for you guys to sit in, and we'll direct the sailors as they finish over to you guys to rotate. The 2 teams that are sitting out are going to be the 4th and 5th match of the next flight. So you should have plenty of time to set your kites up, bring your kite with you when you rotate out, and bring your kite with you when you rotate on, obviously. So you'll have plenty of time to get that set up. Yeah.
If everyone agrees to keep the same kites on the boat, can we not?
Repeat the question, please.
He wants to, if everybody agrees, to keep the kites on the boats and not rotate.
I think the way that GovCup has been done in the past, I think we should keep going with the same kites, because that way we know what color kite you guys have finishing. So if it's not a big issue, and hopefully it won't be, we're going to continue just rotating kites.
Help the media team. Seriously, a lot.
Yeah, that would be good too.
We're going to make you the honorary, the recipient of the new award called the honorary Neville Whitty Award for asking questions that we don't know are coming. Good question, though. Christine?
Anybody else? Keep going.
Yeah. That'll be in the...
Repeat the question, please.
The question was what happened. We had match 4 in the last flight yesterday was not able to be sailed. So that match has been slotted into the last flight of the day today. The plan for the day would be to finish the round robin and then start the semis and try to get at least 2 matches of that at the end of the day. So we're looking at six flights for the day. Plan to leave the dock this morning, same time as yesterday. So we'll dock out at 10, be on the tow and out of here by 10:15 at the latest.
Speaking of which, Ryan, may I ask you to look at this video taken by a staff member of Balboa Yacht Club and tell our audience, worldwide audience, what is going on here and how you do this every morning.
So we have a great team of people on the boat that, on the race committee boat that display out a couple tow lines, and it's very organized chaos trying to get everybody on. But once we start moving, it looks pretty cool, like you're showing above. So,
how long's the tow out to the school course?
A little long, but
what is it? I mean, order of magnitude, half an hour, 35 minutes?
35, 45 minutes kind of thing, yeah.
Beautiful shot here of going out. That's actually to the south. It's a little disconcerting for those of you not here in SoCal. You think it's looking west, but the shoreline. But great video, obviously a drone video by BYC staff member Alex Castro, who's on the F&B. Thanks, Alex. The F&B team, food and beverage team here at Balboa Yacht Club. Ryan, I have one other thing to say to you is I apologize when I sent out the PR email this morning. I called you Ryan X because I couldn't, in my old age, couldn't remember, even though I've known you for years, couldn't remember your last name. I texted Christine, this was like at 05:30, and within 5 minutes she responded, but from now on we're going to call you Ryan X because I didn't know your last name. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And with that, I think we are going, thanks again to Alex Castro. Christine?
Damien, our chief umpire.
And we're going to do a live this morning. We're going to do a live...
We're live every morning.
Well, we're going to do a live debrief from last night.
We're going to do a live debrief because all of these sailors were out enjoying a nice afternoon sail on Newport Harbour. I'd much rather be out sailing than sitting through a debrief, so I hope you all had a good time doing that. Do you have anything for the umpire team from yesterday? Hi, Timothy. Do you want to come up? Heiko. We've got... Roll the board in. The debrief's a really important part of the sport. It's a good opportunity for the sailors to see how the umpires saw it and learn about the rules, and for the umpires to learn from the sailors. So, Heiko, take it away.
First of all, what flight and match was it? It was a game against Paul.
It was against
Excuse
Paul.
me, we have to
Max
put a
Paul.
mic here. Give him one of the mics, please.
Flight 6.
Start over, please. Give your intro, Heiko, and then we'll have Timothy do his thing.
So good morning. Whenever someone has something to bring up, please tell us the flight number, the match number, and your opponent, so that we can look who were the umpires and give a detailed explanation. So if you could just say which flight it was and which match.
Okay, so it was the flight sixth against Paul yesterday. So we are at the end of the second upwind.
Just wait a second. We're just trying to find the correct, because flight 6.
It was against Coleman.
No. Flight 17. Last game.
Okay, so then, Chief Umpire, I guess you can come back.
So it's our boat. We are port. Paul was starboard. We decided to tack here. Sorry. And when we finish our tack, Paul decided to go down with a lot of speed, and we have a contact just here. We have a mark on the boat. So the umpire decided to penalize our team. So my first question is, what is your explication? Because for me, it's a rule 16, so I have no time and no place to react, because he decided to go down during the last 2-3 seconds before the impact. And my second question, at the end of the race, we talked a little bit with you, and the two umpire was not agree with the color for penalize the boat. Sorry. So why penalize our boat and no a twin? So it's my second question. Thank you very much.
Okay, first, I think, can we ask someone from Team Paul, do you want to add anything to the version?
Hello. Not actually really sure if we're thinking of the same incident, but I'm pretty sure we didn't hit him. So that's all I'd have to add. Port starboard, he tacked in front, didn't cross. We tacked off, didn't hit him. That's what I saw.
Okay, thank you. Then Damo, it's your turn.
It's interesting how there's always different perspectives from the different positions people have. So Katie Maxim and I were the umpires on that match. We had Timotei on port, converging course with Max. There was no chance of Timotei being able to cross. So we were watching very intently, and Max had held the course. So we didn't have any change of course throughout that whilst he's on that starboard tack. And the call was holding. Before you got your tack completed is when Max had to take an avoiding action, and as your stern rotated around and he was luffing up, there was that little contact between the boats. And so we decided that you hadn't kept clear, and that was while you were tacking, so we penalised you under Rule 13.
Okay, and for you, I have time and place.
Timotei, step right up to the
sorry.
board, please.
So,
Thank you.
in your opinion, I have time and place to avoid the contact with 8 notes. He go down at the last moment. So I tack, I finish my tack. He go down. We have contact 2-3 seconds after my tack, and I have time.
We didn't see the down, so we didn't have any 16 there going on at all. There was a fairly straightforward penalty for us, and the whole time through that incident, you're at risk because you're the keep clear boat. You're the keep clear boat on port. You're the keep clear boat, while you're tacking. So, if you're coming in, you want to tack close, but it's if you're not getting that tack done soon enough and acquiring your right of way, which when you do, make sure he's got room to tack off or avoid you, then that's the problem. So yeah, just a tacking boat, didn't keep clear.
Okay, thank you very much. I have a second situation, if you are okay.
Do we have time? Or do you want to take it up with the umpires after the brief? Maybe you take it up, Timotei, after this session with the umpires when we're a little more relaxed and not pressed for time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Timotei. Nice presentation. Thank you, Damien and Heiko. Thank you very much. Christine, anything else?
Damien, are you finished?
I am finished.
Okay. Competitors have anything else? Nope. Mr. Newman, would you please come up? While he's coming up, we want to give a shout out to Predict Wind, who gives all of the race officials their daily weather report. And thank you, Bob Steele, for getting that done for us.
Indeed. Morning, Father Newman.
Morning, Tom. How are you?
Never better, thank you.
Okay. Real short. Great sailing yesterday. We finally got our classic Newport conditions came in, and we just had a terrific time. We have a best customer today, so white flags have gone back up in price. They're now $25, and we have one client that's coming close to losing their free pass, and we're going to put them on our subscription model here probably at the end of the day today. But yesterday it was fantastic for us to watch the sailing and the matches, how close they were, the boat handling. And, you know, I had Pat on the boat yesterday. Tyler just came in from Hawaii, did a flyby on that 52 yesterday to come down and help us and fetch the halyard today. So my constant talk about knots. You're not saving yourself a lot by, you know, trying to tie the smallest little knot. And if we sky a halyard, nobody's going up the rig out there, so it's just another boat out of rotation. So just please be conscious of that. You can put tape on your knot, do whatever you have to do to make sure that we don't have to take a boat out of rotation. So thanks, Tyler and Pat, for being here today. They'll be here tomorrow. And with that, see you on the water, Tom.
Thanks, Greg. Anybody have any questions for
Thanks.
everything? Anybody?
To all the bosuns, Pat Lieber, Tyler Wolk.
Pat Lieber, Tyler in the back. Wave.
Terrific
So everybody
job
knows who
they're
you
doing.
are. There you go. Thank you. Any questions? Okay. Then that's it for me.
Then the esteemed
Mr. Andy Rose.
GovCup guru, chairman of the steering committee, Andy Rose. Good morning, Andrew.
Thank you.
You got a lot on. What are you doing next week anyway? Are you just taking some vacation and relaxing, or?
Yeah, just fixing one other plane fare. We're going back to sail the 12-meter world starting on Tuesday, and I'm too old for this. Anyway, well, welcome everybody. This is my fierce speech, which I should have given on Tuesday morning, but ironically, the collision yesterday was two of our more experienced sailors here, and these boats, you know, today, please treat them as if they were your own boats. And first of all, if you're making a fairly radical maneuver, keep your eyes looking forward on what you're about to hit. Second, if you're not sure you can do a maneuver, don't. All right? It's sort of a split-second thing, isn't it? So, you know, these boats, you know, this costs a lot of money. The damage yesterday was well above the damage deposit, and I don't know if you guys probably don't know, but insurance for boats is getting tougher and tougher. Just the storage of the boats to keep them safe there, the insurance went from about $3,000 a year to $10,000 a year. It has been very difficult to get It's Okay insured now. So, you know, we're not going to have a regatta after a while if we keep doing this kind of thing. So please don't.
And one more thing. The locals know, but Andy and several others from this club have gone out and raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, not just for these boats, but for the previous edition, the GovCup 21s, and now the GovCup 22s. How many of you would agree these boats are a whole iteration better than the previous boats? And you like to say, Andy, maybe Staff Commodore Alan Andrews' best design ever.
Yeah, I think it is. I think they're great boats. And as you noticed, I mean, we've been able to have a series because part of the design brief was to have boats that could actually race in 4 or 5 knots of breeze. So we've proven it again this year. So anyway, enough of that.
Okay, let's get to the standings, shall we, before we get the two guys up here?
Yeah, and let's get to somebody that's close enough to a monitor to be able to read them.
Well, just guess what? Even for us, I've got a slide that is big enough, hopefully, for us to see.
There we go. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, well, we have, as Tom said, you know, yesterday I believe we said that that everyone was still in the hunt, at least mathematically, but probably 3 boats were less likely, and unfortunately now those 3 boats are mathematically eliminated, but that still leaves the same 9 that could be in the semifinals. So we have 3 races today. We're going to bring up, we have 2 on 12 and 3 on 10. With 3 races to go. So a little bit of it will be if the form so far this week. A little bit of it is which boats each of you get to sail for the last 3 races. So we'll ask both Morgan and Marcello about that. But, pretty exciting stuff. I mean,
Just to review, Jeffrey is through. Jeffrey Peterson and his team, Max Brennan and Enzo, right?
Enzo
Mendito. Is that how to pronounce that, Enzo? And Mendito. They're through. Now, can you explain what happened yesterday? We talked around this collision, but Jeffrey's team misjudged a crossing astern in the pre-start with Morgan.
I'm trying not to think about it. I don't want you to dwell on
but
it.
Just so our international audience knows, smacked into the side of their boat.
Right.
The damage wasn't major, but it wasn't exactly minor either.
It's major.
It's significant. It's expensive.
Yep.
And even though Jeffrey did his penalty and went on to win the match against Morgan Pinckney, the umpires have, under the rules, the right to come in and ding them a point or more. They could disqualify them from the freaking regatta if they wanted to, but dinged them a point. That's why on this scoreboard, even though Jeffrey and co were undefeated, they have been docked a point for that match. Morgan didn't get the point, right? Under the rules, Morgan doesn't get the point. So that's why Jeffrey's on 18, not 19. But Andy, as I said at the top of this show, it's astonishing to have Jeffrey's through, but 8 other teams in the hunt. Has that ever happened before?
Oh, I think maybe, but this is certainly one of the best. I mean, there's no question. And we sort of suspected this, but again, shout out to the selection committee, to Brian Bissell and the selection committee for picking pretty well here. This is a great fleet. Okay. Well, let's have the 2 guys come up here. Marcello, I think Marcello is becoming like a Brazilian. He's only going to have one name, just Marcello. And Morgan Pinckney, and Morgan has a lot of names that I use sometimes, but we won't go into those.
Good morning, guys. Welcome. Morgan. When I went to them, Andy, this morning, I said, let's get the 2 guys. They were sitting back here. I mean, it's amazing how friendly and helpful everybody is with everybody. I just want to shout out to everybody here. The sailors are helping each other. It's amazing. And I went over to the table. Morgan and Marcello are having breakfast. And I said, the reason we've chosen is because you have the 2 best heads of hair at the 2023 Governor's Cup. I'm not sure.
And I almost did, I guess. Okay, well, first of all, who do you guys sail, each of you sail against today?
I don't know yet. I haven't checked. Oh, wait, I do know. We've got Morgan, Max Paul, and who else? Oh, yeah, Colquitt.
All right, and Morgan, who do you have?
So we have Colquitt, Max Paul, and then my good buddy here, Marcello Torre.
Well, one would have to guess that whoever wins that race would still have a chance to get into the semifinals. So that's a pretty important race. What flight is that? Do you know?
Second up, I think.
Second flight? Second. All right. Well, we'll be watching that one, definitely. So, it's tough with 3 to go to pick up 2 points, but it's certainly possible. And, there's 1 point right there. What are you thinking, about yesterday? Tell us how you felt, both boat speed and boat speed tactics, and how do you feel you did?
Yeah, we felt pretty good yesterday. It was nice to have a bit more wind than the first 2 days. Still a bit that we were working on, but we were definitely on the up, so we were happy.
All right. Morgan?
Yeah, for us, so we haven't sailed together before, so we're all new team, different personalities, and we're really starting to, sort that out and get going pretty good. So we're excited for today, and it should go pretty good.
So yesterday, Morgan, you said after the collision that you thought you were sinking.
Yeah, we hit pretty good. I thought there was a hole in the boat after that. I saw a ton of fiberglass and stuff go flying, and I was like, uh-oh, we might not be afloat for this race.
Well, you would have been, really famous in Governor's Cup history. Sort of like Australia 1 back in the day, the America's Cup boats that sunk right there on camera. Well, I don't have much more to say. This is going to be an exciting day, and we're certainly looking forward to it, and it'll all be on live TV, so I hope you've told your parents and your siblings and your yacht club that, we had one year, we had there was a great party at Royal New Zealand at the bar watching. So we hope some things like that happen. And it should be great. We're ready for you. So have fun.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, gentlemen. Andy, anything else?
No, just excited for the next 2 days. This is going to be quite a show, and today especially, I think.
To
So
wrap this up, Christine you want to make an announcement? Christine?
So when you come back from racing today, after you put your boats away, dinner tonight is upstairs on the patio deck outside the bar for the competitors only. Okay, that's it.
Okay, and just as Andy was saying, we wrap this show up, our Day 4 morning show. Here's the live television coverage. We're live at 11:30 out on the Pacific. Chris Bretschker, another member with, 11 years of doing this, Andy, and a team of 15 volunteers will be out there, Andy and myself, and Matt Whitfield doing the commentary. And we hope you'll join us for that at 11:30, and then we'll be back in here tonight for the press conference at 1900, 7 p.m. Pacific. Andy interviewing the 4 semifinalist skippers. We won't complete the semis today, right, Andy? We do 1 or 2 races today.
right. And then the semifinalists will be invited to we need you for the press conference, which is at 1900, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so just, be around, don't disappear right around that. And we'll do 1 semifinal with both skippers and then the next one. So be aware.
Same schedule tomorrow, except the presser tomorrow night is at 5, not at 7. So it's 1700 Pacific time tomorrow. We hope you'll join us for that, guys and gals. Race committee, umpires, thank you very much and have a great day out on the water.